Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy YBP Gang, YBP Nation, YBP Boxing, YBP MMA. Coming at y'all with another video. Today we're gonna be breaking down another fight at UFC 296, arguably one of the most stacked cards this year. Maybe only behind 294. 290, 291 were pretty stacked, honestly on paper, but 296 is looking to be a really good card this year. I'm talking about SHAVKAT RAKHMONOV. Going up against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, arguably one of the best strikers at welterweight, going up against one of the biggest prospects that we've seen in a while. 17 wins, all by knockout, 100% finish rate. SHAVKAT RAKHMONOV is the real deal. But you got to look at the fights. You got to look at the individual fights. You got to see, the intangibles, how he got to where he is, because I'm seeing a lot of people writing off Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I don't really appreciate the disrespect. I think I think right now Stephen Wonderboy Thompson beats Leon. I think he's one of the better strikers at welterweight. If not the best, like top 2, top 3. So I really like his skill set. I like what he does on the feet. Big fan of him, man. But even SHAVKAT, I'm a big fan, but I do think he's a tad bit overrated. And it's not his fault. I just think, I don't know. For example, his wrestling, I don't know. It's not how do I say it? I just feel like he'd get taken down by, Bilal, The big eye-opener was that he couldn't, even though he pretty much won every single round of the Jeff Neal fight, but, he had a lot of moments. That Jeff Neal fight was low-key his Burns fight. For if you want to compare Hamzat Burns and then SHAVKAT and Jeff Neal. And Jeff Neal's really not to the level of a Gilbert Burns. He's kind of lower tier welterweight, so he had it was a very tough fight for him, and he got that submission there late in the or in the middle of the third round. So, but yeah, he was getting caught with some pretty big shots by Jeff Neal. It was a pretty tough fight for him, pretty big test. He was still able to get the finish. Still a pretty impressive performance, but I saw a lot of stuff where I was going 0 for 4 on takedowns. I don't know. I just think there's better wrestlers in the division at welterweight. I feel like he's well-rounded for sure, but I wish he needs to go into the well and work out some of that stuff. But not to say, I'm not saying that his wrestling, connecting this back to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I do think SHAVKAT's wrestling that he does have will be enough to take down Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but take him down and control him and, potentially get a submission in whatever round. But it's not something to where Stephen Wonderboy Thompson couldn't work on his wrestling or couldn't work on the defensive grappling and potentially be able to stop it. It's not the most, not the craziest wrestling I've seen. I think debatable, obviously, and we'll see. We'll actually get to gauge. So SHAVKAT or Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has fought Burns, has fought Bilal. Those are the fights I saw Thompson fighting just to see how he dealt with grapplers. And, Burns is shooting in space. I have to go back and watch more SHAVKAT fights. But I don't know. SHAVKAT's not really a lot of his takedowns that I've seen, at least. I could be tripping. So in the comments, if I'm bugging, if you guys see this video, because I don't know. Sometimes my videos don't be getting out. They be getting 20 views. But from what I've seen, for the fights, I gotta go back and watch. I should have done more tape, but I just want to get this video out. He doesn't, I saw Burns shoot from space. I saw, Bilal can shoot from space. He has, different takedowns and stuff. SHAVKAT's takedowns, aren't as versatile, if I want to say that. I would even argue those two might be better wrestlers than SHAVKAT, which is crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but, you gotta hear me out. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I won't die on that hill, so y'all can change my mind. But, but with that being said, I think Wonderboy has a chance, because I love the way he was able to get up from takedowns, just staying staying in that fight with, Bilal and, Burns, he was able to, knock down Burns in the 1 round. Just keep fighting to get back up. But, like, one thing, SHAVKAT has some good trips, I think he could be able to trip Wonderboy, get on top of him, and that could prove to be the end of the fight. I saw some position that Bilal was in with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and, like, those are finishing positions, and Bilal just kind of, lulled it out, and just got to the next round. I think you guys know what I'm referring to. Like, he got his back, he flattened him out, and then, like, Bilal just didn't finish the fight. Like, he had all this time. Like, that's a position where SHAVKAT would figure out, okay, let's ground and pound, let's get the submission, let's do something. He's a finisher, so a lot of positions I saw there. So my official prediction will be SHAVKAT by, like, I don't want to say, like, probably like low key, like, okay, I'm gonna go SHAVKAT by decision, because I feel like I want to say, like, round 2 submission, but that doesn't give, like, Wonderboy credit. Like, I really do think Wonderboy is gonna give Wonderboy is gonna give SHAVKAT, a pretty good fight. I haven't even gotten to the fact that, like, SHAVKAT has this mega flaw on the feet where he just doesn't move his head up the center line. That could, the head kicks that Wonderboy could flash at the kid, like, he could really, I wish Jeff Neal wasn't just a boxer, because he had him, rocked all over the place, just with the punches. Like, Wonderboy can do it all, so SHAVKAT. And it's been an issue, though. This is not just like a new thing. I think, habits die hard, good or bad habits. So that's something that he definitely needs to fix. But if we see some of that in this fight too, and the takedowns aren't working, because like I said, I think his SHAVKAT's wrestling's a little overrated, and not as good as people think it is. Which, if Wonderboy can stop the takedowns, against the wrestler, he's faced better wrestlers, in my opinion, like I said. So, better wrestlers than SHAVKAT. So, maybe not ground technicians, though. Like, because when SHAVKAT gets on the ground, he can find a submission. But getting it there, I don't know. But, yeah, if Thompson could, like, keep it on the feet, like, he could really light him up. I'm not even going to lie. SHAVKAT kind of unravels, when he faces, like, an accomplished striker. He can look good against, some of these other guys, but, he sort of unraveled in that Jeff Neal fight. And a guy who can mix it up, with the kicks and the striking, all parts of striking. I think he'll be in real trouble. So, and he has a good gas tank too. I think I forgot to preface. Like, Thompson can go all day. SHAVKAT, I don't know. He's a finisher. He doesn't do third rounds. The Jeff Neal fight, that was a big thing too. He kind of fades a little bit. So my official prediction, I will go probably SHAVKAT by decision. Kind of like how I said in the Paddy Pimblett Tony Ferguson fight. Like, I really do think, like, this will be a tougher fight for SHAVKAT. I don't think he's just gonna, like, run through Thompson. I'd be shocked if that happened. Yeah, I think Thompson could give him a lot of problems. I can't quite get myself to pick Thompson outright, but I can see if like betting odds like get totally out of hand, like, definitely should sprinkle some money, or try to see if you can bet on Thompson. But I can't quite get myself to do it. But I would just bet SHAVKAT by decision, with the fight going a little later. But yeah, that's all I really got for y'all today. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. Peace out, most guys. You know what it is. Boo!